Can y'all hear me? Oh, okay. Yeah. About to do something. Yeah. All right. 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 Yeah. I'm gonna post this up and share the screen for a minute. Um, yeah. I just want to post something. No, just self. What's she doing? Oh my God. Red pill stuff. Let's see. Let's look at the one I did. Um, I'm gonna screen share for a minute because I know people are just in and out in the chat. I don't really care. Let's see. I know people doing lives. Let's see the Cerebral IU thing. Okay, let's get this show on the road.
Yeah, yeah, I saw the game last night, man. The Lakers kept their home court safe so they can have home court advantage. So we'll see what Phoenix will do. I saw the Milwaukee and Miami game, man. That's a sweep. That's over. That's game over. Yeah, I'm gonna watch Atlanta and New York tonight and the rest of the games. But enough of that. I want to talk about a couple of live streams I've been on. I think I've been in chats and whatever. Shouts out to Teapot with Zero. That's a great. I think that's a great interview. I think I was an hour into the discussion when Zero was talking about the spaces and things like that. That's a good live stream, but I missed half of it. Then when I saw Ramil going in on Taz, man, we was cooking, dude, man. I mean that stream was lit. He says he's gonna make a part 2, so shouts out to Ramil, Lord Ramil himself. Man, he ain't even playing with these dudes, man. Like, people are tired, man. All that roasting and trolling and putting people's names in their mouths, and but some people's looking for content. It's fun and entertaining, but Ramil, he just wasn't standing for it. But the individuals that came on his panel to help him roast, the obvious, right? The usual suspect, right? My man Bullets, he had a problem with him. Mr. Fitnelli, known as Mr. Fitnall, that I call him. He got up there, and then everybody just came up there, and then and y'all's boy Bro Truth, man, and whatchamacallit, was up there. Mr. BC, I call him Blank Change instead of Game Changer. He was up there at the end. He said, that man's got a floppy disk, and I started laughing, But they said, all beasts aside, I think Jerome White said, all beasts aside, let's focus in on Taz, But I don't know what Ramil was up. And when I saw that, when I clicked off of Zero's little interview with Brother Xavier, aka the Prophet of Thought series, right? I was watching halfway to an hour. Then I was watching the game, right? I didn't see the game with Dallas and not Dallas, but Denver and Portland. I didn't have time because I went to bed because I was on Auntie's channel listening to what was going on at Ramil's with my headset, right, on this phone, right? He was going in on board, man. There was a clip of him. If you see it on the community tab, check it out. I think it's up. You see what I'm talking about. They was going in on man. I was laughing my ass off. That's probably the funnest night I had. But Auntie had Angry Man and whatchamacallit, your boy. He was on panels for like.
I was talking about what I did that night over in NT's, and I just want to just see how I sounded on this live stream. It was like an hour of self live stream. I think you can do it for like at least an hour, 2 or 50 minutes, and just click off and all that. That they're cool on YouTube. That's another format I'm trying to do. The panels, this one is going to be for the end of the month. This is my last one. I'll do one next month because I'm going to come up with the I think I'm going to talk about the Sapio concept. I'm going to do some more research on that. Check out for that. I don't know what day I'm going to post it. But basically, what I'm saying was earlier was when I saw those live streams and looked at Ramil's tension with Taz, and Taz said something about Ramil, and then they going at it. It's a little conflict and things like that. But, it's already been discussed in this live stream you can look at. But mainly, it's one of the main topics I was talking about. So, yeah, I'm going to let you watch a few of it. and it's gonna let you hang in the balance. So I'm just gonna let you just do your thing. So yeah, I'm just gonna extend it. Hold on.
Like hours. I think I was in the hours street, probably like the whole 11 hours. But yeah, man, it's just like they had good conversation. But the females, they was coming at him and everything. Typical stuff from Angry Man Auntie. Auntie likes those co-ed panels, man. I mean, that was a great stream. No, I ain't gonna lie. All right, what's going on, Perfect Time? Denver beat Portland, but Portland almost tied the game. My Lakers won again. Yeah, man, the Lakers, man, I'm not surprised, though. That's going to be a series. I don't know what the Suns got to answer for, but it's one of those things, man. I tried sometimes a little entertaining, but antique with these co-ed panels, man, they had me dying. And then I think Big J was in the mid between the hours. Peace. Just talk about the Manosphere yesterday. Yeah, what's going on, Brownsburg? Yeah, man. They these dudes is funny, man. And Anger Man was arguing with the females, man, like as usual. And I think I meant to see the restream with Cooter when I was on the panel with him, and I think he dropped everybody down. He talked to Anger Man. I gotta see that. It's what I sound like, because I kind of fell asleep midway because through his car accident and things like that. He done been in so many. That man's living life on the edge. What panel was this? I think it was Kuda's panel. It was like a couple of days ago when he came back when he did the third shift. He had a recent car accident last week. He couldn't do a third shift, so he's been in many of them, but he's all right now. You can, I think, I don't have it on community tab, but you can just check out his channel, his recent live stream. You'll see it. You'll see what I'm talking about. But yeah, man. But Auntie, he had one. I think I posted it on the community tab. Yeah, he's good. But yeah, man. Auntie had another. He had another a good dope live stream. I mean, Big J was on it. He has his points. He was going at everybody. I mean, they tried to challenge him and everything, but Big J stood on it.
I'm gonna go further. Hold on. Let me see what I really sound like in the mic.
These spaces, man, it's not even productive. It's always some nigga shit in these spaces. Oh, what's going on, Cat? And yeah, man. Yeah, when I saw Auntie stream, man, them co-ed spaces can be wild. I mean, it's good, but the problem is
What happened right here? Hold on.
everybody don't really like each other. Now I know Big J don't like. It's funny at this point. Anger Man's done. I don't see him succeeding.
Okay.
Like with that, I mean, let KS live, man, because KS is gonna be who he is. I don't even bother neither one of them, but I let them fight each other to the bits. But that's part of the game,
Peace, no.
But you got people hating on each other. That's normal. But when I laugh at these spaces, man, it's not even productive.
Hold on.
It's always some nigga shit in these spaces. Oh, what's going on, Cat? And
no, I meant DJ. Not B as a bishop. I said DJ. My fault. Yeah, what's going on, Rashawn? What's going on, New? Peace. Yeah, I'm just doing a response. I'm gonna skim through this and talk about it.
And yeah, man. Yeah, when I saw Auntie stream, man, them co-ed spaces can be wild. I mean, it's good, but the problem is everybody don't really like each other. Now I know Big J don't like Bomb. I know he don't like Angry Man and stuff like that. I see what Auntie's not really pro Manosphere, but I get it. I get it. I get it. Because I found him through Roger Report. He used to talk about similar topics, but when JX came through the scene, man, she flipped the tables on him. When she started getting on that panel, and she eventually got a wrench, and people was upset about that. It was the females got upset about that, and I laughed. What did my boy say? He said, "That's the big homie over there." I said, "Yeah, in a way." And now she's got the new microphone, man. It's just, oh man. But I blame Lucidian for all of it, man, because he created most of these individuals to be reckless. And his book, you don't hear him say much any days. Oh, he's trying to see something. Okay. But yeah, man, I mean, I laugh at these streams, man. For the most part, I'm just out here, just chilling, man. Just got in my thoughts because I saw the Ramil stream, man. He went in on board, man. I know Taz is gonna make a crazy long streams. I think he's gonna probably make parts about Ramil, and Ramil's gonna go back and forth. That's gonna be a bloodbath. I mean, they're gonna fight for subscribers. I heard Ramil say they're gonna take each other's subscribers. Okay, we're gonna see that. I'm just gonna sit back and watch. I'm gonna skywatch it. The next time if he makes a part on Taz, I'm gonna skywatch. I ain't gonna say nothing in the chat. I'm just gonna wave and just watch the shit. Because at this point, he starts out 200 in the box. I mean, when he first comes on, it usually be like about 30, 40 people out of the box. Yeah, it's a minstrel show. Yeah, it is, Wacky. It is. It just starts out like that. Then when he gets like 200 people, good God. It don't matter what topic he does. Now, I know some people say it's pandering, but he's calculated, though. You got to understand. Ramil's one of them dudes. He'll take a topic that's serious. It's just, yeah, it's gladiators out there. Yeah. And he'll take a topic and want you to believe in his beliefs. But, I disagree on some things he say, but I understand where he's coming from, because he used to be a former, I would say a former Ray Ray. I wouldn't say a Pookie on that because he got a background in a lot of stuff, but I ain't going to get into that because a lot of dudes do, but I ain't like that. I almost been one. I broke out of that when I was in my teen years. But these dudes, man, they don't even care, man. Like, what'd he say? He said, y'all like the fuck shit. And I said, okay, remember, we all do, but you'll talk about crypto every now and then. You'll talk about money. You'll talk about a lot of things. Women, you balance it out. And then the fuck shit comes. Somebody screaming on the panel. It's just like what my boy Kuda said, man. They gonna kill each other at the end, But I try to tell them for years they've been doing that. So, yeah, I blame Obsidian for all of this shit, man. That's the doctrine they go by. And then, see, it's funny. I was on Art's panel, Art New Style. He had to drop, what's her name, Miss GG. She got emotional, right? And she came at Art, and Art wasn't having it. He dropped her down, took her wrench. That's the first time he ever took someone's wrench. I was like, whoa. Art, I didn't know you had that in you.
That's the panel I was on yesterday. And what I mean by that is sometimes you got to do that with these females, man. They come in these spaces and they want to dictate and try to control the panels. And what I've noticed by brothers, they let them dictate what the topic is and things like that. What I was saying in so many words, I'm observing what's going on in these spaces and learning about the actual the panel hosts and the content creators, what they do on these panels. And sometimes it's a certain style they do. Anti's cool. I mean, no shots at him or Ramil. That's how they do their thing, because one does entertainment, one does co-ed panels. Co-ed panels is bad for the Manosphere. I'll tell you that right now. Because what it does, other dudes and other brothers, they'll have that tension. And then you got these thirsty dudes like these niggas, man, acting crazy and start fighting over females and stuff. You already got it with JX, and everybody calls her the big homie, but she don't be over here. Thank goodness, because I don't want that tension. Because one, she's got her own thing, and two, we just over here. I'm just chilling. I'm just with my vibe. I ain't with that relationship talk, because anytime it's relationship talk, that's how they get you. And anything that involves in that or any forms of drama, they're gonna have that. Yeah. Yes, right. Co-eds, they're fucked. Yeah. It's designed to keep us trapped in, and most men get trapped by it. It's just like what Zero said last night, and I mentioned that stream in this hour stream. I mentioned that because in this long live stream I did, the open topic, he broke down the key things that when the women came, they actually did damage. I mean, they were here, that's the only part I disagree with on. Me and Wacky kind of agree on the same thing. But when they came, they actually did damage. The newer women that we're seeing today, the ones beyond Platinum Springer, aka Platinum Elite, we already know what time it is when they come on these panels. They test your head and see if you're gonna break, you know, and these dudes don't know when to just stay firm what they believe and then stay on their square. 9 out of 10 they come at you. So, you know, but excuse me for the background, it's thunderstorming outside and at the place I'm at. You know, it's raining in Georgia right now. We need that rain because it's getting dry out here. But anyways, but me understanding that, that's the only thing I see over here in this live stream I'm talking about. But yeah, he had some good points. I saw half of that stream. I will see it again over at the Prophet of Thought series. I will check that out again because I was halfway through that stream. But when I saw Ramil was on, he was going in, oh boy, man, and he tore his ass up. I did see the part two. It's a short clip. But I think he'll do another live stream on it. I'm just gonna leave it alone because if I see it, if I catch it, I'm gonna actually skywatch this time, and I'll wave first, and then I'm gonna cut out, you know, and just watch it. And I'm gonna start doing that from now on. If he goes in on somebody, I'm gonna start doing that because it's crazy in the chat when people have those emojis and stuff like that. I'm just gonna watch it, and I'm just gonna be me, you know. And yeah, I explained what was going on in these panels I did, and I saw the games last night, like the basketball games, and then I just got tired and chilled at Auntie's for a minute. And he had Angry Man. He had everybody on there, and I didn't know Kuda had a third shift that night as well. I didn't know that, and I was on the tail end of that. I will have to see the replay on that one as well. Yeah, man. Yeah, I've been bouncing around, so you know. But the next one will be next month. I'll be talking about something else, but this is just something to throw up what I observe about these panels. But yeah, the reason I blame Obsidian for all this, the style that he preaches is fucking up the content. And I think a lot of people are stuck in that area. And I think Zero mentioned some things about what it is in these spaces. And then he said something about the streams. It becomes crazy. What's going on, 1Gs? And yeah, man, it's just one of those things that you got to be careful because certain live streams, they get crazy. Some people just do what they do. So, you know, and I don't know if I get that much viewership, but that's okay. At least I get some views off of this. But let's get back to the video and I'll spring the rest. I won't fast forward.
You know, I thought, you know, Art wasn't having it. He tries to stand in that ultra right wing position on a lot of stuff, but then promotes debauchery at the same time. Yeah, he does. That's his character. I'm starting to learn that about him. You know, he's more of an entertainer. I hate to say that about Ramil. That's why I call him the Lord of Entertainment, man. I try not to get in with him because, you know, I ain't gonna try to give him no debates. You know what I mean? Because when you debate somebody that's right wing, they're not gonna see it your way. Because I'm more center right. I learned to stay away from politics with them, just like your boy, Mr. 824, because they get too emotional, man. And this is what you call it, Soul and Black say. Because sometimes some people take it too far, man. It can be right or left, but see, the emotions get involved when you bring up real facts and real truths about Black people. You know, we're divided by a lot of different things. The female thing is that's a small part. You know, that could be solved in a day if there's any problems. There are a lot of hypocrites in this space. Yeah, it is. It's a lot of them. The main ones that attacked Lakari, what I saw on Ramil Street, but that was a setup for him anyway. I think Ramil got views off of that, man. Yeah, yeah. They got a lot of views off of that, man. Because if you pay attention to that stream, them three individuals I mentioned, they should never been in that stream. Because Real don't care about them dudes like that. And I'm starting to see he gonna flip on them one day. Watch, they gonna learn. They gonna learn. I already know his true colors. Ain't no diss to him, but that's just who he is. You know, he's an entertainer. I see right through that. He's trying to get to be the best, man. They're trying to compete with those KS numbers, man. They all trying to. That's part of the game. That's part of the social media aspect. You're trying to up one each other. See, when niggas act crazy, they get emotional, man. And they start screaming, saying, I'm better than you. I'm the champion. All these weird nicknames. See, I soft troll them. I know how they act. I just play with them a little bit. They get mad. They say, you did it. I ain't do nothing. You just take this shit too serious, man. But that's the whole point. I I feel like they just do it for clicks, just for attention, and I ain't worried about KS and Kwame. I let them do their thing, man. I just let them do their thing because when you see the entertainment side of it, that's what mainstream really wants anyway. I don't think they really care about the Manosphere like that. They already know who's good and who's bad because you already got the journalism part, the AF part. He puts the spotlight on them. I'm telling you, man. Thank God for Stream Team memes, man. He be clipping dudes. Y'all better watch out for him and GMT. When they get back, it's gonna be a lot of clips. But check out my man Zero off of the Prophet of Thought series, man. Like he said some profound things. I mean, it's the same stuff he said before. I mean, everybody's gonna disagree with the women part of the Manosphere being in. They always been in it. It's just that's my only disagreement with him. But he said the same stuff already, but a lot of dudes ain't hearing it. So they can't compete with KS. KS know how to transcend himself beyond the black man and he don't get himself involved in the nigga shit. That's exactly what you do. You don't get involved in it. I try not to on panels. I just try to let them kill each other. Because at this point, they're watching. And that's why I be careful on panels because anybody can get clipped what you say. Because when you're a guest or a panelist, somebody's clipping you somewhere. I learned that from watching troll channels. I watched that from GMTs and AFs, how they clip certain individuals we used to like or whatever. He points that finger and they mirror in their face and they don't like that. And then they ask him, come to the panel and debate me. I'm like, they're not debating you, sir. They're not debating you. Because if they debate you, you don't like what they hear, you gang up on them. It's kind of like what BGS do. If someone disagrees, that's what they do. They do the same thing. They don't realize BGS is their leader, man. I said, God, man. Obsidian is 10 times worse than him. And he dissed the whole male spaces. That's why I don't subscribe to Obsidian that much. I mean, you'll never see me over there. I promise you that, because he said some shit that I don't even agree with. So I remember him in 2016. He was nobody, man. I mean, O'Shea was big, but you know how that goes. But Angry Man, he's trying to get his little subscribers up, trying to compete with KS, but it ain't gonna work. Because I mean, you did an interview with Tommy. Tommy's trying to get views. But I'm laughing right now because anybody can have that spot. That come to debate me statement is a setup to gang up on a person on the panel. Exactly. It's just, yeah, that goes for anybody in this space. I'm not just saying BGS, but people like that and clicks. That's what's wrong with the space in general. I mean, the space back then, you had it, but not like, you never had a clique of MGTOWs of different races, right? Or Ickmores, introspective black men of reform. And Big J Triple H asked me that simple question: what type of reform you help little black boys? They won't answer that question if you say that on the panel. I try to stay away from that question because it hurts them. It cuts them to the T. And then SYSBM, that's been hijacked because the sting op way worldwide in governments, they're not playing with these dudes, man. I don't care about the tricking or pimping or player or game stuff. Nah, they both can go to jail equally. But it's the men aspect, the human trafficking part. They don't teach you that, because if they teach you that, they say we can get a woman overseas and be great. But 9 out of 10, some countries won't allow you to do that. There's rules and restrictions. I try not to preach SYSB on this channel because that ain't my thing. I mean, it's okay to travel, but just be careful because they're trying to Americanize everybody, man. Because the politics is weird. So I don't know what's going to be the next 4 years in this COVID thing, because they're trying to put people on the leash. Know what I mean? I stay away from topics like that because a lot of dudes, they get jammed up. Because I hear a lot of stories. I try not to get in their little business. I mean, you do what you want with your life, but these countries ain't playing with the Americans real soon because, a lot of politics and corporations, let them have that. Ain't our fight. Black men should focus on what we do here. Then we work on overseas if we want to build something in the country. Then we help others. But until then, you got to work on yourself here first before you even think about traveling. I mean, traveling is cool. Don't get me wrong. Learn the culture and stuff. But don't chase women over there. That's the worst thing, because a lot of dudes get locked up and get jammed up. There you are. Because Black Pride said it best when I used to watch him. He said, just be careful out there, man. Because a lot of dudes, when they go to Mexico, they get caught up in those gangs and then they'll extort you. You know, a lot of countries try to kill you. We're not loved like that. I'm just going to tell you right now. See, if I say something to them like that on the panel on Ramil's, they say, man, that ain't right. You're lying. I'm like, okay. It does happen, sir. And that's what those arguments usually become on this panel. See, I watch who's the panelists on there. But you have this big YouTuber named Big Truck. When I found him on Social Blade, he got like 70-something subscribers. And they talk about that crypto stuff, man. But, you know, people's waiting on certain individuals to come back. I'm lowering my time on certain panels. Yeah.
I'm processing in the chat on the live that I did earlier, and I'm probably fast forward with the good parts. And yeah, I was talking about how they act on the SYSBM thing. I don't talk about it as much because if I mention certain things, what goes on overseas, how they treat us individually, I ain't gonna pull no statistics or anything. I'm just going by what people, not just by hearsay, but people that know that I used to work with, like traveling. We're not loved like that. I mean, I'm going by a content creator I still watch, but he don't do a lot of videos no more. He's the main one that said, just be careful overseas. Anywhere in the world, they can still harm your ass because they don't love us like that because of people trying to date out and go overseas. I mean, it's cool. You can do that. But to me, if I travel, I'm just going to learn the culture first. I'm not going to chase to get married. You know, the problem with these dudes, they just weird like that. You know, they want that eugenics bullshit. I ain't with that. I mean, that's not going to solve our problem. You know what I mean? It's bad enough you try to bring them here. That ain't the issue. The issue is the bullshit. Like, learn the countries, learn the language. Quit act like you know these countries. You don't. These countries don't fuck with us like that. A lot of them trying to be Americanized. What I mean by that, I mean they're about to fuck it up that bad. Westernize it. That's what I meant. Westernize the whole countries. And you already seen in other cultures. See, the more we take territory, the corporations get bigger and bigger. It's like a conquest. They've been doing it from tech. That's the thing with the weapons and the drones and stuff like that. So yeah, a lot of times you have to deal with that, man. Like, you know, I don't even speak that to them. They don't fuck with us like that unless you're a fuck boy. It depends on where you go. Yeah, it depends on where you go. I agree, but it depends on. But it's mostly all of them. When I was listening to Black Pride, he said damn near all of them are like that. But you know, they cool with you in some degree, but you got to learn you're out of bounds. You're not in America, you know, because now you can go. Now I'll tell you a country. I'll say France. I mean, learn the language. France is more lenient. I know some other countries that's more black friendly, but the rest of them, like the Americans, you can just forget it. Now, Dubai, yes, you can go to Dubai. I know people go there a lot. Them other places, not so much. That's violent and they deal with capital punishment. Now, Russia, yeah, maybe, but certain parts of Russia, you just got to be careful. But they do lock your butt up. It ain't America. But you know, but they're trying to Americanize it through corporations and media and all that other shit. But that's why I was mentioning that part right there. But the whole stream is what I observed. So, you know, I ain't gonna get into it, but I won't skim through this. I won't see what I say on this part. Who came in that chat? I had like 6 out of the box on this one right here.
B just says, when he starts. Debate me is a way of engaging in a diatribe. Yeah. This is what happens when the content creators are living off of donations instead of having a real job and a career. It becomes a dog eat dog situation when they fight over donation money. Oh yeah. I think Zero said something like that in that the Prophet of Thought series. Oh, he said that. He said when the money and the women came, you know, more women, I don't say it like this, more women, I don't use this, more women. Now he'll say women came in. No, it was already here. It's just more women came to certain spaces. That's when things changed. And then when panels came, it kind of, the men's voice changed. What he said that it makes sense, but you know, some men are different, you know. But what he explained it, a lot of people got distracted. They just want to say, fuck it, I'm just gonna give up. Yeah, they don't moan on YouTube. Exactly, I agree. What happened to Black Pride again? Black Pride was flagged a lot. I mean, he still got his channel, Dig Thug. He he's kind of laying low. He's more like a revolutionary type. But he had that Black Manosphere mindset. He was cool with Pink Elephant and all those dudes from the 1.0 era. I used to listen to him back in 2012, and he talked about the things about traveling. He used to marry this Ethiopian woman. He wasn't married, but I think it was engaged, but it didn't work out because the women kind of compromised her. But so he was a good content creator back then, but he's kind of laying low. He's kind of like I wouldn't say the Christopher Dorner types, but he's really, really pro-black. He's like Panther Black, Black Panther like. So he's one of them dudes you should listen to about traveling and arm yourselves and all that stuff. He talked about a little finance. He had his own businesses and stuff. He did what these guys doing. That's why I see in these newer Manosphere spaces, they really got that from him. And others like Storm Black and others, Wacky, all these dudes, man. I know what circles he hang with. Goku's son, they all cool with him. They'll tell you about him. Because Pride goes in on everybody. He go in on Boyce Watkins, Tariq Nasheed, Tommy. He go in on anybody, He's a real dude. He's from LA.
Facts.
And he goes to Mexico a lot. He told me about the Dr. CB, how they set him up to die, man. Just left him there in Mexico. It's awful. And they don't talk about that on the news. You know why? Because he had some cures about the AIDS and all the other stuff. Nipsey talked about it. Saw what happened to Nip. So yeah, man. I mean, Black Pride, he was a real one. Not just Wacky and others I follow, but he was a real one I listened to. Besides other content creators, but he was decent. But Obsidian came in a couple of years later, around 2016, in these spaces. It kind of hijacked the conversation. I kind of blame him for a lot of shit. And a lot of people just don't want marriage at this point, because I've noticed that on set. Yeah, he got set up. Yeah, he did. Because I think when he talked about it, it was sad how he explained it, and it was deep. Because I wasn't into him, but I heard of his stuff. Don't get me wrong. I've seen some of his videos. I think I've read some of his books. He has some good stuff. I'm not gonna lie. The man did some good work. Great work. A lot of people don't take him seriously. So, it's a lot of, you can listen to anybody. You just got to be careful what they preach now, because now you got journalists on here like AF. You got dudes that troll in a sophisticated way, but they're part of the journalists on the low. They ain't agents. They just seeing what the space can do. They probably gonna put us in an alternative category. They already have on YouTube, because the white side have died off. Look what they did to Molly Yiannopoulos and Gavin McInnes. So you got to be careful nowadays, because everything's been censored. Censorship, really. But it's on both sides, really. It ain't just one side. The right is usually the loudest anyway. So anybody's the loudest, that's how they get you. And when I learn on panels, I try not to be the loudest. I mean, you could joke the loudest, that's cool, but I'm talking about talking shit and just saying reckless things about certain doctrines or schools of thoughts. Or it could be about women, certain doctrines like graphs and stuff. You got to be careful, man, because people going to challenge you debate all the time. That's why I noticed about panel C. We went, like Zero said, we went from the comments type of long paragraphs to panels. And I think y'all should watch that interview, man. He had some good points. I'm not going to lie, he has some good points. And what I've learned, what he said, that's what kind of happened. But the evolution of technology and the advancement of writing, it gets like that. I remember one time he cursed out BGS. Oh, he did? I didn't know that. So that's why they're not cool. So, okay, I get it now. I get it now. Yeah, I see. Okay. I'm not surprised. I mean, hey, I seen a lot of people get people try to cuss out BGS. They cuss him out a bunch of times. And it don't bother him. He just don't care. BGS will tell you in his face. He'll tell you on the panel he don't give a shit. But he got his boys though. He got Judge Dre. Sometimes Charles jump in. Sometimes Charles be doing his own string. See, Charles don't be messing with that. He used to, but it's usually Judge Dre and them other boys. So I already know who's gonna gang up on who. He's got his PhDs on deck right now. So yeah, we know what 2.0 of his side. See, Obsidian got these weirdos, man. I just leave Obsidian alone. I think New told me in the stream. He said he don't mess with Obsidian because he was against like certain MRA dudes. But that's your viewpoint. But that's cool. Obsidian made it popular for males to complain about females rejecting them, and he made it cool for males to complain about high mileage, low quality vagina rejecting the same, which is a shame. Yeah, it is a shame. That's why I don't mess with dude like that. He's weird. He's fucking up everybody's sides, man. I don't know why people pick him up, because I hate to say it, he created Platinum Springer, aka Platinum Lee. Ain't nothing but Jerry Springer. You got females complaining. He said, "Why you put me in the back, Plat?" Well, you know why he got that from, right? He got it for certain individuals. So I just laugh at him too sometimes. I'm like, yeah, he's entertainment. He tries to compete with Ramil. What's so funny, Ramil did a stream about something because they got the same subscriber base, right? He took his views and his shit went down. He had like 100 something in the box, right? Ramil had like 400. Next thing you know, it went up to 600 and his views went up to like 887 in the box. I said, damn. I tell you, when Ramil came back, he's decimating these dudes, man. That's why I don't worry about that side. Because Ramil, he's going to take it all this year. I told you, he's going to end up 10K for entertainment value, but not no Manosphere and help. Then he had a interview with Dr. Thunder. I mean, that was a good stream. So, yeah, man. I look at these dudes, it's just somewhat of entertainment, but I don't take them that serious, like, day of my life. I sleep good at night. I don't worry about these dudes, man. Because what they do is they act crazy. Then he starts screaming at these females on panels, which is crazy. I don't do that, for one. I just let them be who they are, man, because if they say something crazy, I'm just walking off the panel. Because I ain't trying to argue with no females just to get some brownie points. Say, you're a man, you're masculine, you're tough. All this other shit. That ain't cool, man. Real man ain't got time to argue with another man on the panel, especially on females. Now, we can debate and talk, disagree, but I'm not going to argue with females all day. Nah. It's not what we do.
I had to laugh at that part when I imitate these niggas, man. They funny as shit. But I'm going to let it play, and I might have to skim it to 40 minutes in a minute. I don't see what I say at this part, and then I'll probably have to skim through.
Or women, period. Because that's done by design, too. Because panels, people be watching shit. Because I watch a little bit of everybody's replays and look how people sound, and I'll be like, man, I hope I don't be that nigga. I hope I don't be that nigga, because I learn from everybody, but I try not to be crazy with it. Because picking different topics could be a lot hard. It depends on your audience, though, what they want. But I don't worry about analytics like that, because people care about the numbers too much. So, yeah, where everything Zero said is accurate, man. It's about donations and money at this point. Money kind of trumps knowledge. And I'm starting to learn that now. But they think it's cool. Oh, they troll you with the super chat, with questions. If you're being interviewed, that goes along in this space. And it's kind of funny in a way, but why troll me in the super chat? Just come on the panel. If you don't like me, just get your shit off, do what you got to do. But they're not gonna do that. But yeah, a lot of people. Yeah, he's going to make vids about old boy, man.
Yeah, I was talking about Taz right here. I'm gonna skim it with the juicy part. I'm gonna hit it to 40. Y'all can see the rest of it, but I'm gonna skim through it. I'm gonna see how much is in the box. Okay, I got 4 in the box. Okay, y'all watching? Good. 4 in the box. All right, y'all can share the stream if y'all want to, but I'm gonna play this part right here.
My dribble, Lake, laughing also. Like, okay, Wack, yeah, Wack is a Lakers fan. Y'all don't even notice. Yeah, yes, SWB is still here. He's making content. Yes, Dig the look at Wacky's comment. Yeah, he's still here. I just don't see enough of it. I think I'm subscribed to one of his channels. I'm not sure, but he's a legend. He'll tell you about.
I was talking about Sergeant Willie Pete right here.
1.0 him, Wacky, Soul and Black. He's on Rumble. I do know that. I'm subscribed to him. He's on Rumble, and then he's got another. There's another social media called Vocal by this center right or right person that made his own thing. Yeah, I know you are too, CG3, but Wacky is too. But yeah, man, it's just you just got to look at it for what it is, man. And that's what it boils down to. So yeah, they just making content. But yeah, I have to check this replay from Kudas, man, because I think I was on the panel for like the first 4 hours, and then the 3 hours. I don't know what they was talking about. I had to look at the whole stream. I wanted to look at what we was talking about. But that one I was on with Just DeAndre when we was just building, talking about credit. When he got off the internet was messing with him, I had to hold it down for him. Me and Just DeAndre, we was talking about a lot of different things. I was probably the best build, but I had to check Just DeAndre out. I was in his stream last night as well. He had some news and stuff, and it was like brief. So yeah, I was watching. Yeah, I agree, CG3. Yeah, because I'm not saying that early either. It's okay if you're a true Lakers fan. I have Laker fans in my family too. My both parents are from different eras. My mom grew up in the Magic era, even though she was born in the early '60s. My dad grew up in the Elgin Baylor era when the Lakers was being fully established. So he's been with the Lakers since then. So he know the history of that team. He never liked the Celtics, though, I'll tell you that. Celtics, they're annoying. They're like the Yankees. They always want to press.
I was talking sports right here. Let me skim up for a minute. Y'all can see this if y'all have time. Just I might copy it, or you can see the whole stream, but I won't skim it up and speed it up. I'll stop about up here. Let's see how I sound. I sound good. Okay.
That's you. But if you have panels of people, the new style of it, like what you do on YouTube on StreamYards, it gets very difficult. Because when I look at the other side of the Manosphere, they control their shit. Yeah, they argue though. Yeah, they scream and yell and cuss each other out. Not to the degree we do. Because see, when black people, when we get in a so-called barbershop, it's fisticuffs. We be screaming and yelling, punching each other. Sometimes it don't have to be that, or walk out of the fucking barbershop. I seen that growing up. But now it's online, million miles away, or I wouldn't say million, I would say 1,000 miles away, or millions across the world. That gets crazy after a while. And now it's online. So there you go. I talk about relationships because it's funny, but if people listen when I talk about men and women, I most likely make you laugh and think about, make you think, and I don't do the yelling. Yeah, it's cool. This space had no intent to lead because they're more focused on being entertainers. The majority of this space ignore the real leaders anyhow. Yeah, they do. They always ignore the leaders. It no matter what leader you doing so in the Manosphere, but sometimes in these other spaces, that's non-Manosphere like. That's in any black sector. You can do that on Twitter. They'll have a situation like George Floyd, right? They'll stick with the topic and they'll argue about the gender shit. I've noticed that on both platforms, Instagram and Twitter, because I watch it from the distance because that's where you see the division. But you do see some Manosphere people be over those platforms. I saw MGTOW doing dances on TikTok. They have it on YouTube, but I didn't know they had TikTok. They control TikTok now. I ain't say they control TikTok, but they have the influence over there. But see, people laughing at that right now on YouTube, laughing at them. They ain't laughing with them, they laughing at them. So yeah, the concepts is there. This is what Zero talks about in the interview with Brother X on the Prophet of Thought series. I saw half of the hour until Ramil caught me off guard with Taz. Might see a replay on that again because I think I was in the chat and cut out. I think I see a replay with him. One of his replays with your boy Mr. 824 and Village Arsonist. You know, yeah, VA is a trip. He got a channel too. The boss versus husband topic was funny, and I found Platinum to be hilarious. Yeah, that's a silly topic, but you know, I already know Platinum loves to do that. That's why what did DS1 call Platinum Springer? He does that on purpose. Get you to tap out. I don't mess with his panels because I don't mess with every individual on there. Because he got different dudes on there. I tell him that over at Coos, like, dude, you got a lot of dudes coming to your panels. It is an experiment. To me, it's a social experiment. It's like Zero said, they watch it. I won't be surprised if YouTube make a dating app off of this and just put it on display. And we'll see who's thirsty. That's just my bet in the near future. I don't think they're going to do it right now. I'll give it a few years. Oh, yeah. That's what Main Street's trying to do. First thing they look at this space, they'll say, why these men hate women? I said, you know how they do. Like they do on Oprah and all that shit. Steve Harvey. That's the first thing they're going to do. They'll get somebody weak in the space. I agree with Zero on this. And he said this last night. He said they'll get the worst of us in Main Street. I think Brother X brought it up. And he's right. But if I was Zero, look at what AF is doing to your boys, man. He's putting a mirror on them. Not just any of them, but all over the space. And I like how he said the other Manosphere. He said, I'm gonna quit calling them the white Manosphere. He said, you got some niggas over there too. When he said that in the stream, I started laughing. I said, thank you. I said something like that in the chat. I said, man, I don't know why people call them white. There ain't nothing white about them. Look at Fresh and Fit podcast. Some people call them Fresh and Fruit. They like to tease them a little bit. But, you know, I don't even watch their podcasts like that. Not everybody can podcast. I'm going to tell you that right now. Me personally, most people can't podcast. Podcasts, you got to have certain cadence about yourself. You got to be, I don't want to say condescending, but you got to be an asshole on there on some of them. It's only a few podcasts I like. I watch Devin Wade, man. That's the only one I like the most. I know Gilly's cool for entertainment, but Devin Wade, man, they be talking about some real stuff. They have a little entertainment, but they have some real stuff. I love that podcast more than I do Gilly's. I'm just going to say it right now. Gilly's cool, though, because we know him from the rap and all the other stuff. And his cousin has those good prison stories, like Story from the Cell. But he was crying about his brother's death. He did shed a tear. And his mom's, it was on Mother's Day. That was a hard episode. It was telling. I drink a lot of sparkling water and it quenches the thirst. Yeah. I think most people do nowadays. Some people drink the Perrier's, those calorie waters, and they drink the Italian one. It starts with a P. I can't pronounce it like that one. They drank the purified, but they do the alkaline. I know that. If the Fresh and Fit did not have women, they would not get views, in my opinion. Well, yeah, I don't know about that. I mean, that's them. I mean, they getting views because of their podcast, and I would say that. But the women, I don't know, man. That can vary because anybody can get the women. They just show up. Who did you say about podcasts? I said anybody that tries to podcast, you have to be a certain dude to be a podcaster. Everybody can't podcast. I try to tell the Sakuda, everybody can't be that dude, man. I'm sorry, it's only a handful. because most of them ain't that good. I'm sorry to say that. It's a little overrated because I've seen this years ago with O'Shea. He did it in a small form. Dame Dash did it. Joe Budden did it. But the two I like the most, what I'm saying is Devin Wade's show and the $1 Million Worth of Game are probably the number one on the internet. Is doing good podcasts and urban podcasts. The rest of them is just trash to me. Now, Fresh and Fit is decent because it's Manosphere podcast like. But the rest of the people in the space, they can't podcast worth of shit, man. They ain't talking about that. It's kind of like a Breakfast Club. I just don't listen to that all day. It's remedial to me. Yeah, he could be. Men want to see conversations with women, but that's why Kevin blew because of the women. Yeah, he didn't beat up on the men. He went on them for the women. He gained the women's trust. That's what he did. And I think what's her name? SWB broke it down. He attacked the men to please the women. That's all he did. And he was cool with Angry Man. See, Angry Man know him very well. He don't like the spotlight. Oh, Devin Wade, check him out. It's called the Devin Wade Show. He's got a good podcast. He's fair. He's got a woman DJ named Chelsea Lee, and Porter Rich. Yeah, that's a good one. I like that one more than any of them. Damn, Red Supreme TV talking about Taz now for Ramil's conversation. Oh yeah, you know it's everybody's going against Taz. See, Taz was cool with everybody. They all came from Obsidian. You have to understand, Obsidian made these guys. He made Mr. Fitnall, 824. DS1 told you where they all come from. They wasn't a part of 1.0. They hated 1.0. They're full of shit. That's why Obsidian talks that bullshit all the time. That's why a lot of 1.0 dudes don't like Obsidian. He was a clown when I first saw him in 2016 talking that bullshit. And him and BGS used to have problems. BGS will tell you about it. This ain't nothing new. It's a turmoil. It's a civil war. Every time I go on panels and chats, they talk about the same similar shit, but there will be some fights. I mean, I seen that last year. This ain't nothing new. Because it's going to be more division within. It ain't about mainstream. See, mainstream, that's a distraction, for one. When they say, oh, we're going mainstream. No, that's a distraction. Y'all already had a civil war. Now they're going to talk about something else. It's always going to be about the vagina at the end of the day. That's what it is about. It's about money, too. Oh, okay. If you don't really listen to me, but he's good to listen to, CG3. He talks about real things, similar to what we talk about, but he talks about the urban stuff, what goes on in their community in Jersey. He talks about helping people. They actually do things, unlike $1 million worth of game. $1 million worth of game. They talk about entertainment stuff, like the rap and the latest, the trends. That's what $1 million worth of game represents. Devin Wade talks about what we talk about, but he talks about real life shit. Because he's an artist, he's a DJ, he can podcast, got cameras, he interviews decent people. He interviewed that Omni guy. Yeah, I'll show you who he is the next time if I ever do a panel stream. Because he's good. He's good to subscribe to. BJS was cool with Obsidian at first, but Obsidian flipped on him. Yeah, that's normal, man. I see that shit all the time over there, and they talk bad about dude, man. Nobody likes Obsidian. That's in any version of the Manosphere. That's why he hangs with Bernie Povich, aka Bernard Riley, man. I don't mess with him. What do you think about Rudem predicting AM breaking away from BGS and KS? That wasn't no prediction. Rudem beef with a lot of dudes. He was cool with Obsidian, just like Taz. Rudem is all right with me. He knows what's going on. That's why he's staying out of it. Yeah, he's a big flip-flopper. That's why I don't listen to him. Because he's laughable at this point. He said the same thing about the streaming is going to die. No, it's not. Zero said no, because he knows people that work from Google that Zero knows it's not true. Somebody's going to buy out these internet apps. Yeah, Rue was dead on. Listen to CG3. He's dead on. Watch Rudem's each channel of his streams and his videos. He'll tell you about people. That's when you learn about it. But what I'm talking about is that's common now. See, channels that's growing now. Jerome Whiteside, his stuff is growing too. He said he's gonna get some new gear, and I subscribe to his channel. He got some decent content, even though he trolls sometimes, but still, there's a lot of people don't like Angry Man and Obsidian. So I already know. You already got the Civil War. So mainstream media don't need this space. We don't need them. You know what I'm saying? That's just one person that made it. But Kevin's going to be in the relationship category in the mainstream media. If you're talking about that, you're getting money. This space talks about it, but they love beefing way more than relationships. They mix the two up. So yeah, the Manosphere
What's going on, Bunker?
is not what it used to be, man. It's just what it is. It's purely entertainment at this point. And yeah, that's what I think of it now. So yeah, I think I went over an hour. But yeah, I'm about to click off, man. I said what I had to say, man. I saw those streams, man. Yeah, there's a gang up on what did Dick Duck said about Red Supreme making a stream about him. Yeah, he's talking about him. That's a Ramil click. So all right. Shouts out to everybody that came. CG3, Dick Duck, Wacky World of O, Shalom, Queen of the South. Let's see who came. Cat, Brownsbird. All right, for everybody. So with that, I just want to say peace. And I forgot perfect time. And I want to say is that peace and shalom.
Okay, that was the stream. It was 6 out of the box, and yeah, man, I just covered that. Y'all can watch it on the channel if y'all like, but I'm gonna stop screen share. Yeah, man, it's just like I discussed earlier. I mean, I had like 6 out of the box that was listening to me, and I just put it based off the title. So okay, none of that is content. Okay, you're probably referring to Obsidian New. Okay, yeah, I'm dropping a glitch video at 10. Okay, cool. I might check it out that later. Oh shit. Okay. Yeah, man, like what I said earlier about all that, they all come from one person. Like his doctrine is huge at this point because everybody does the same topics. I mean, I don't agree with everything he says, but it's just what I've noticed on panels. A lot of females want to hijack, those co-ed spaces, and I think that's a new thing that certain brothers are doing. I mean, they got to be careful, man, because they can always clip your stuff and they can embarrass you. It's just like I said before, that mainstream stuff is no joke, man. Like, don't put yourself out there to just be on the limb. They just want you to compromise your goals and stuff. You know what I mean? But yeah, I got 2 in the chat. Yeah, normally in the panels, but that self live stream, I had like 6 in the box. I'm impressed with that self live stream. I think I should do more, and it usually comes when you are in a box like that, but eventually it'll come. It takes time, man. It ain't that easy. But when you get to a certain type of level, you just gonna be like that. I'm just gonna take this off for a minute. Yeah. Um, what I was saying about Ramil and Taz going at it, Taz must have mentioned him in a video or a stream or using his name, whatever, and then Ramil just went in on him. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. Let me screen share something. Hold on. I'm gonna get a new tab for a minute. I want to show you what I'm talking. I want to look at my community tab. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. If y'all check this out, and what I'm talking about in my main video. I know everybody is doing streams. I ain't got time to watch everybody because I think I did the right time. I started at 7. This is 8:50 right now. I'm gonna go to the community tab. I know I'm responding to the topic. Shouts out Red Sings of Blues. I was in that stream. I'm going to screen share my channel in a minute. Let me hit this real quick because I know people ain't gonna come up, but that's cool because I might not be here that long. I'm gonna see. If not, I can shut this down if I want to. But You know. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna show you right here. Okay, I was in this one earlier. Roger Report, they was talking about seven. I was into that one. Just DeAndre, that was last night. Here's what I'm talking about. Ramil going in and talking about Taz. There's a little thing. He made a part two of it. Okay, so I did share that on my channel. Okay, this going to be classic. This is going to be a classic, and this is okay. What I talked about in my um the original live stream I showed y'all, the self live stream I was talking about Zero. He made some great points. I will see this in a replay. I'll put this in my watch later. And then I talk about this also. This was like last night, and this was yesterday. Our new style. Check out this brother talking about the feminine warrior energy. He's gonna be on tonight. He had to drop down a Pacific female, man. She was going ham, and it started out, and it ended up being an 8 hour stream. It was that long. I think it was it yesterday or the other day? I think it was the other day or yesterday. I believe it was yesterday. Yeah, that was yesterday. I was at Mace. I shared his. Um, this one, yeah. I shared Ty City. He saluted me for sharing his shit. Kwame Brown. Here's Devin Wade. This is for CG3. This dude is a good podcaster. He's a former DJ. He's a still artist. He used to help rappers and stuff. He knows a lot of people from Jersey and Philly. Check him out. The Devin Wade Show. Good podcast and got a lot of episodes. And just check him out. Yeah, man. And that's in my community tab. You can check out. But yeah, man. Just gonna stop the screen share. See what's going on in here because a lot of people are curious what's going on. I know people. Let's see for a minute. Dashboard. Yeah. Yeah, keep the content short. I'm doing content right now. Yeah. 24 views, which is great. Okay. Let me see who's talking. Who's talking? Are you sub to DD Hip Hop Media? He did a good video on the CBC and the Gail Kings. I haven't. I'm sub to I think Gully TV and all the basic ones. I'm sub to Dallas Hip Hop Media. I would say that. And a few others. I haven't subbed to him. I heard he's good too. Yeah. I don't have to check him out. I saw Ramil today and he let the white boy T have it. Oh yeah. I saw that. That's this part two, I believe. I don't know if he's gonna make a stream on it, but yeah. He said, "What's up, the Shaka?" Okay, yeah, man. It's just like and yeah, it's just what I thought. So basically, I'm just up here, seeing that live stream, just a response to what I did earlier, and I'm just like, look, man, this is what is going on, man. So yeah. And everything I said earlier was kind of like almost valid at that point, but you know how that goes. Yeah, yeah. So again, I've been seeing this for a lot. Yeah, it's a lot of people I subscribe. I'll show. Devin is cool. He talks about real stuff. That was for CG3. If he was looking, if he catch this on the replay, he can check this out. But yeah, man. If no one wants to come up, I can shut down in a few minutes. But I'll see who's gonna come up or not. I'm just gonna wait because I ain't gonna shut it down right away because I'm gonna see what's going on. I'll see you on the other side. About to drop some bullshit. Okay, cool. Peace. But yeah, man. I might do another screen share, show you who I'm subscribed to. See some hip hop guys on because Art may come at 9:30. Because I don't know. because I usually stream and watch this from a distance. I know Rashawn's doing one. The BDO Whiskey. Okay, he's doing stream. Good for him. She's doing one. I'm here though, because I know everybody's live streaming right now. Perfect Time is streaming. Melody streaming. Damn. I'll show you who I'm subscribed to. Hold on for a minute. I'll show you who I'm subscribed because I know people ain't gonna come up right away because I might have to end this little few. Yeah, Rashawn's live. Mace is live. I mean, Mace is talking about Jay Speaks. I ain't gonna be on the panel. 1G's. Yeah. Yeah, man. I'm just gonna look at some. Okay. Brown's Bird is streaming. It's Friday night. Yeah, Melanie's got a lot in the box. I'm not gonna go over there. I'm just gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna leave that alone. Perfect Timing. Yeah. Yeah, he's talking about something different. I go over there every once in a while. Not everybody's gonna support. Okay, SKC, he's got some good stuff. I'll check him out. Okay, Ramil, Auntie. Let's see. Red Sings the Blues, Devin Wayne Show. I'll show you this. Subscribe to this brother right here. He's good. Yeah, man, I'm good. I'm gonna stop the screen share because I don't think people are gonna come up, but I'm good at this point. Yeah, yeah, I know. So, because I know everybody's streaming, because I don't want to take up nobody's time. So with that, I want to say peace. I'm gonna change my icon real quick. I'll add my avatar real quick. I'm gonna say it like that. Yep. And shalom.